Too movement is growing exponentially, and it's the reason why this guy may or may not be a Supreme Court justice, which we're gonna get into the.
Why? But see, that's the bullshit, and that's what it goes right back to the Bill Cosby. I'm glad you said it. All coincides with one another, because it does. Like, how come he shouldn't have a chance to run for nothing right now? All that money should be tied up and fighting for that, because he should know that he should be going to spend some type of legal fees for all them metoo's against you too. Come on, bro.
Well, he's not convicted.
Yeah, he's not convicted.
Not convicted. It's alleged. Background. Okay, so background.
Yeah.
So background. Okay, so as we know, like Obama said, elections have consequences, and one of those consequences is that the president gets to pick a Supreme Court justice. Why that's important is because the Supreme Court is going to be ruling over stuff like what's going on with Colin Kaepernick, gay rights, Roe versus Wade, which is women's reproductive rights. All of that stuff goes up to the highest court. That's the Supreme Court. So if Alabama says tomorrow, we don't want people having abortions, that's going to go all the way up to the Supreme Court. And if this guy gets in the Supreme Court, he may vote, no abortions.
Ain't no may.
Well, the consensus is that he will vote, along with all of the rest of the.
He fits the Republican narrative, he fits their agenda.
If you nasty,
Pretty much the thing is like now Trump will have like more power because anything that he agrees with, he's gonna agree with, and then like those conservative, decisions will be on him, and he's gonna make it in their favor. That's the thing. They're giving him power.
The reason why Trump chose him is really because of one thing. It's because of something that he said years ago. And he said that no sitting president should be convicted of anything. Something along those lines. So basically that whoever's the president, he can do no wrong. And that's really the reason why the president right now wants to get him up there, because he knows
he's giving him power because he fits his narrative, but also he defends him because he knows that all right, if this guy's in charge, I won't be impeached or convicted. Nothing. He fits the narrative.
Get away with murder.
He fits the whole narrative.
Well, beyond that,
agenda. That's the word. He fits the whole agenda.
Well, yeah, but beyond that, because President Trump is only going to be there for a certain amount of years. The reason why it's so important because this is a lifetime position. So way after Trump is out of office, they still will be going up against abortion rights, gay people rights, marriage. They could even repeal some stuff that they gave to us. Like, you talking about civil rights like that we were able to get, could be in question. It probably wouldn't, but they have basically, if he gets, it's basically like getting all of the motherfucking rings in the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, you got all the
if you have all of the court justices on the Republican side, that means they can use anything. That's what it is.
This is what it is right now. Trump is gathering the Infinity Gauntlet, but he's gathering the Republican Party. Each stone is a different one. This is the Supreme Stone right now. That's who he is.
Nah. I mean, I get it. I definitely understand it. You know me. I was kind of a decent scholar when it came to politics and all that. I still think Trump and anybody that supports him, as in his office, they're no bueno. I don't need to do research on them. I know as soon as they get fired, they're going to be under freaking investigation and stuff. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they fired, they're going to start confessing some deep shit that you just what the hell? They do that shit in Mission Impossible. Well, you know what I'm saying? They do shit so messed up.
If I may since we can get into our thoughts about it, I think we should start. When I watched it, because I was at work and it just so happened it was on the TV, so I was like, all right, let me just check this out. I pretend to clean some stuff up while watching it. And you know what I thought? 5 minutes into it, he's gonna cry in the car.
Who's he talking about?
Yeah. I was like, yo, he's gonna cry in the car. The dude we were talking about, the Supreme Court Justice guy. His emotion, his whole attitude, his whole way of doing it, his whole demeanor, everything, was yo, you're hiding something. You're caught. You're guilty.
He mentioned beer so much in that hearing.
Well, let's get
it's just this whole thing, of how he was doing it. He was like, no. He's like, that's not true. Anybody who knows me, they just know. And then he didn't even watch the woman that accused him's a deposition, right? He said he didn't watch it.
That was a lie because they reported and said he did watch it, so he lied.
Well, why are you lying about that?
Why do you have to lie about that?
But real quick, what judge has that type of temperament too?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
It's very emotional.
You're gonna
that's what I'm saying. He's gonna cry in the car.
Court.
Well, before we break down the deposition, let's get into what happened. So they want him to be on Supreme Court because they know he's gonna vote with all the rest of the Thanos Power Stones. You know what I'm saying? So they want him on there bad. Now, what happened? Well, what happened? He was almost gonna be confirmed. Yeah, he was almost gonna be confirmed, but allegations started coming out. It was Dr. Blasey Ford first, and then 2 others, and then it ended up being 2 more after that. They accusing him of sexual assault when he was back in high school. Now, this is not criminal, so he can't go to jail. He can't go to jail because it's not one of those things. It's one of those things, basically what they explain it's like a job interview. So if you're going into a job interview and 2 of your bosses come in while you're in the interview and they're like, yo, this nigga used to steal. Chances are, you're probably not getting that job. Whether you stole or not, you're probably not getting that job. The problem here is that Republicans are saying, we don't really care if he did something back in high school. We need him on the Supreme Court now. So they tried to rush it through. It didn't work. She came out. Other allegations came out. They were supposed to set a vote. They tried to bully her into voting early. She was able to get past that. Her fucking legal team, by the way, they smooth because they blocked all of that shit.
He matrixed that. They nailed that.
They matrixed through all of that shit. So they set up a hearing so she could testify and he could testify, and they were supposed to vote after both of those hearings. And Senator Flake, and this is why the metoo movement is really important. Senator Flake is one of those. He's like one of those on the fence. It's funny his name is Flake. He's one of those on the fence senators that if he votes,
so he a flaky ass nigga.
That's basically what he did. He got caught in the elevator.
That was real when they caught him in the elevator.
They caught him in the elevator. 2 rape survivors caught him, badgered him in the elevator. They wouldn't let him leave. He kept pushing the button. So he kept pushing the button. Yeah. He couldn't look at them or nothing. And they was telling him he couldn't answer the questions. And that got to him to a point where he was like, you know what? We need an investigation. Because that basically they were just trying to push it through so they didn't have to investigate, because they know if they investigate, probably gonna find some shit.
Ain't no problem.
You probably gonna find some shit.
And that's the only reason why he's trying to rush it. They trying to rush the whole thing. Oh yeah, do it quick. Why?
You're at work, right? You get called to the office, and you got management standing there, and they said that you did something, like somebody accused you of doing something. Like, you know you didn't do it. Like that, you didn't do it, and you really confident, like, yo, like, I really didn't do that. Like, I was, like, in the bathroom.
You stole $100.
Yeah, like, no, that wasn't me. Like your demeanor, like, the whole delivery, everything, like, they would look at, like, the way you saying things, and they were like, oh, no, he's definitely lying. Like, the way that he was doing it, I was like, yo, this dude is, like, hiding something. Maybe not necessarily exactly that, but there's somebody. There's something. He's
4th grade court.
Yeah, he's caught. He's caught.
All his responses was fourth grade responses.
Yeah.
He got some things, and these are terms that I didn't really know because we weren't white kids, so we don't say shit like this. But apparently, like, Ralph Club is like when you drink a lot of beer and you throw up. This nigga, they asked him, they were like, oh, so, you know, because basically what they're trying to say is,
well, they found the calendar.
They found it. Yeah, he released his calendar, and then they found his yearbook. His yearbook bio.
Yeah.
And he said on Fox News, this is where he fucked up at. He said on Fox News, I never really drunk that much. I just did church and academics and all this other. So he tried to paint like he was some choir boy. And then they caught him with his calendar and his yearbook thing, and he was like, oh, I was part of the Ralph Club. Now, Ralph means throw up, I guess, in white people terms.
Yeah, drink till you throw up.
Drink till you throw up. Yeah, that's what Ralph means. Okay, so then when they asked him about it, he was like, no, that doesn't refer to throwing up. I had a weak stomach, so anytime I ate spicy food, I would throw up. So that's what that meant.
Really?
What?
Bruh.
Really?
No, his responses like were not even like intelligent or thought out at all. Like,
come on, man.
You could
spicy food. Yeah. So the whole because he on the calendar it has a whole beach week.
Spicy.
On the calendar it has a whole beach week.
Yo.
And then in his yearbook.
Hold up.
Wait, I'm not finished.
I'm sorry.
We didn't even get to the good shit yet. We didn't even get to the good shit. On his calendar,
yo, my son can't get away with that shit.
On his calendar he gave us, it says Beach Week. In the yearbook it says he was the king of Ralphing Beach Week. So that's when they asked him. So the whole beach week, you was eating spicy food?
Right.
You trying to hook up with chicks and you
that-
eating spicy food?
that
No.
messes up your
Hold on.
stomach?
You're a straight man. No, you know what? That has nothing to do with sexual orientation. If you're just trying to have sex, you're not going to be eating spicy food that whole weekend. That's a fact. That's a fact. You're not going to be eating something that's going to send you to the bathroom if you're trying to hook up with whoever that weekend.
I didn't even think about it, but that's true.
You're still thinking too far into it. Like
No. I had to think into young stuff. I had to think into young traits.
That's something that
Young
your
traits.
parents would be like,
Young
okay,
traits.
so you went to beach week knowing that your stomach is you don't like spicy food and you wasn't trying to hook up with nobody, but you was eating spicy food all week?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, first I was like, straight. But you know, it was way back when. But whatever he does, you understand what I'm saying? Forget that. Whatever you do, you're eating something that's going to send you to the most unattractive position consistently
all week.
All week. Like,
But
come
you're
on,
still
really?
thinking
No,
too
hell
far
no.
into it. It's like, yeah, that is true, but it's not even like that. It's like when you ask a kid, like when you ask a 5-year-old like something and they're lying to you, and you could tell they're lying. That's exactly.
But
how
that's
it
what we're
is.
saying. But that's what we're saying. Like, come on, nobody buys it.
No, but I'm saying, but you went too far into like, oh, nobody having sex is gonna have like spicy food. Like, we weren't even talking about.
I mean,
that.
that's just a natural. That's why I said I didn't think of it like that. I just know that he's lying.
Okay,
Period.
yeah.
Like,
Well, he didn't see it though. That's why.
No. I just think in the most easiest way, simple of no matter what you do, this is the most. We all know we're here to reproduce. This is what our body is going to want at that age. You ignored your body that entire week
and just ate spicy food all week, knowing that. And one of them. Oh, we off that because we already know that's some bullshit. So the second thing that he lied about was that there was this girl. I think her name was Renata or Renate. And basically, all of the people that were on the his athletic team, they had sex with her. They hooked up with her, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They smashed.
So she was a thought.
Well, this is what in the book. So all of the athletes had a name for her. It was Renata Alumnus.
We all had one of those.
So they put it in every single one of whoever slept with her. They put it under there. So it's basically like a way you could sneak it into the yearbook without nobody knowing. You know what I'm saying? So then she hears it. She was one of the people that came out and said, Brett Kavanugh is one of the best people in the world. Then they released the yearbook thing and she saw her name under there, recognizing what it is. That basically she's the jump off, and was like, nah. And then she flipped on him. So then when they asked him about it, he said, oh no, that was just a nickname we gave because she was such a good person.
Oh, really?
What?
This guy's a judge? Like, he's supposed to be, like, uphold the law and be.
He has zero credibility
truthful?
with me. I'm like, yo, listen, you know what it's like when you're young?
Is like
we
they're
all have one of those,
everybody.
man. I can't wait till people gonna start trying to bash me once they find out about success. They're gonna be like, oh, this nigga did this and that. I'm like, yeah, I did a lot of things.
Well, I got another one for you.
You're not getting paid, though.
I got another one for you. I know you're gonna like this one. So, the third person that came out, because right now we're up to 3. She said that he was part of gang rapes. That she got gang raped at a party.
Gang raped or gang banged?
No, gang
raped.
raped. Not gang bang. But
okay, you know,
but basically,
I gotta ask.
But basically, him and his team, they were running trains. You know what I'm saying? What we know as trains. She said that there was people lined up outside the door.
Wow.
Yeah. But you also got to frame it in. These are white boys that have money. They go to Yale. This is what they do. Everybody in high school knows the dudes that was running trains. Yeah. We all had that in every high school. You know what I'm saying? So this is not uncommon.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about my past.
The problem is that one of the ones that's accusing him, she was part of the gang rape, though, not the train, because a train is consensual. We talking about gang rape, like they forced her in the room and then forced to be random train, right? So
that's so.
What I didn't know was that there's a game called the Devil's Triangle, which
what?
Yeah, it's another white person term. So the Devil's Triangle means 2 guys, 1 girl. When they asked him about it, he said it's a drinking game. Now, I didn't know about this term because we don't use shit like that. We just say train.
I heard it before, but it was
You heard
like
of Devil's Triangle before?
I heard of it, but it was on a TV show. And
I'm gonna keep it a stack.
it was like
Rape is rape.
Sorry, I
Train
knew what
is
that
a
was,
train.
but like I never
It's two
heard it in
different
real
things.
life.
Rape is rape. Train is a train. Those are two entirely different things, even in our community.
But see, here's the whole the
We
whole
don't
thing
condone that
about
nasty.
the whole thing about it is it's not what he was doing when he was 17. All that stuff was when he was 17. That's what boys do when they with their friends and they get in parties. That's common. The fact is, why are you lying about it? It's weird. It's weird to lie about your drinking, lie about your game, the Devil's Triangle game.
Yeah.
Why are you
You're not
lying
supposed
about?
to. You're a judge. You can't
You're-
lie.
Yeah, just on basic. So the question is, if you lying about little shit, because this is where they usually catch liars at. You lie about the little shit.
Come on.
What else are you lying about?
Yeah, that's what I said. Like I feel like he's hiding something.
So I believe, in my honest opinion, and I'll let you guys talk and what you think. What I think happened is he got so drunk, him and his boy, because mind you, his boy that was in the room with this alleged rape, he's an alcoholic. So I believe that he got so drunk, he was playing around. He was like, "Yo, let's go play a prank on this girl or whatever. She don't really know us like that. She's from down the road. Let's act like we're gonna rape her or some shit like that." I think
Slutty
that's
Tia
what,
bought her friend.
yeah, like that's what I think it was, and he doesn't remember
Slutty
it
Brittany.
because she remembers it. She remembers it pretty clear. She gave her testimony. She remembers the room, how the room was set up, where the stairs were, where the bathroom is. She remembers all that shit. He says he doesn't recall. His friend said he doesn't recall, which is basically saying like, I don't know. I'm not lying, but if in case you find out, it's not technically a lie.
Yeah.
But this is what I think happened. I think he got drunk. They tried to fake rape her or tried to do something stupid that kids do, and he just doesn't remember it. Or he tried to rape her and he doesn't remember it. But to sit here and say that you got drunk and you never blacked out one time, bullshit.
Yeah, especially if you got Beach Week and Ralph Club. Like, come on.
I mean, like we're used to knowing of girls that would do it willingly, like let people
Yeah,
take
girls
turns.
give
Well,
it away.
That's a
Consensual.
common thing, but
Consensual.
the thing is, I kind of feel like it was just how like some people get when they're drunk. Like his people around him, probably the ones that get drunk and they just can't say no, and they took it to a whole level and they just turned it into that. Like, all right, it happened. But maybe, like how you were saying, like he just doesn't remember it. Like, yeah, he was drunk. Do you really think he's gonna remember girls? How many years ago did it happen?
It was like 36 years ago.
Exactly. He was
He
drunk.
definitely
He's not gonna remember what they look like. He definitely probably participated in it, but he just doesn't remember who that is. That's why he's denying it. But it's also at the same time, it's like your emotion, like the way you're acting, like it's like you look like you're guilty.
I don't know, man.
You didn't see it though. You have to see it. You have to see how he was.
No. All I'm saying is, you rape somebody, it ain't just gonna erase your memory, nigga. That's
Unless
some
you were
staying
black
shit.
out drunk.
You had to been.
Blackout
He could have been
drunk.
really
True.
drunk and just doesn't remember what they look like. Like he's definitely did some shit, but he just doesn't remember the whole situation because it happened so long ago when he was drunk.
Still gotta do his time.
All right. I understand, but at the end of the day, all you have to do is say, like, to defend yourself, just be like, hey, I was young, I was drunk. That's what happened. But you're lying, blatantly lying about it.
You
Yeah.
lie about
Like, even if you said, hey, I was young and I was
drunk.
drunk, I apologize, like, I really just don't remember it that way, whatever. Like, that's still a better argument than, like, the way he's acting. Like, I kind of feel like I don't know. This is no.
I think it's still.
I don't know how to explain
I think
it.
it's still disqualifying no matter what. It's disqualifying.
Of course it is, but, like, I don't know. It's just.
But I think it would be more acceptable if he would have said, "Listen, I don't remember doing anything that she's talking about, but I had times where I was blackout drunk, and if I did something I wasn't supposed to, I apologize." And he might have squeezed through it.
Nah,
Exactly.
he would have squeezed through it.
Yes,
18.
exactly. Like,
Look,
he
look
could just,
how they
like.
treat us now.
We're sitting there saying, like, oh, we feel like that could have been what happened. Like, we feel like he just got blackout drunk and doesn't remember. Like, oh, if we were in that position, we would have said this. You're supposed to be more intelligent than any of us. You're Ivy League and all this other stuff. You're a rich white man. All this,
Yeah, but one
powerful.
thing
Like,
they
you
don't.
should be
one
more
thing they don't
intelligent
teach
than
is
everybody in
fire
this
on your
room.
back. They don't know how to deal with it.
And then we just off the fly, they just said, hey, like, you should have just said this. Like, you could have squeezed through. Like, somebody next to him should have known
That's
that.
what I said when he went on Fox News. He fucked up and sat there and said, "I'm only about church. I had a few beers. I was all about church and going and hanging with my friends." And come on, my nigga, like you was in one of the craziest fraternities at Yale. Like the people have came out afterward, and he was getting naked, swinging his dick in chicks' faces and shit, which is what niggas do in parties. Like that shit happens all the time.
That's college.
Like
that's
that.
college.
101.
Why are you lying about that, man? You did that
I'm
shit.
just saying, you ever see any like frat house movie? Like it's always like
Porky's,
stuff like that.
freaking anything, any college,
Neighbors.
Yeah, Neighbors,
Old school.
That's what college kids do.
Revenge
It's
of the
wrong.
Nerds.
You really shouldn't be doing it. It's wrong, but you don't gotta lie about it.
Like, don't lie about it. That's it.
Don't lie about it.
You're a lying ass nigga. So he's no longer credible, and he should step down. He should no longer uphold his position. A lot of these niggas be lying. You ask them about what really be going on, they can never own up to it.
You over here, you talking back to the senators, you fucking saying like, well, did you drink? Did you drink when you were in college? You didn't have a drink? After the senator said her father was an alcoholic, why are you badgering her about drinking? And you supposed to be the one answering the questions.
Yeah, you on trial.
You're the one who's supposed to be.
And then he was all rah until they said, "Oh, so what? So are you like? Would you invite the FBI to continue this investigation?" He's like, "Well, I'll do whatever they want. Just say yes. Say yes or no. Don't be like, whoa, whatever. You're like, oh, dancing around the question. Like, come on, bro.
You want the investigation or not? To wrap it up, you know what I'm saying? They got the investigation. It's only 1 week. You know what I'm saying? So, but they are going to be allowed to question Ford, the guy that was supposed to be in the room. They'll be able to question him under oath. The woman that he waved his dick in front of her face, they'll be able to question her. I don't know if they'll be able to do it in a week, but this is the FBI, so if they want to figure out who did it, they can. The only problem is
percentage conviction rate is 92, 96, 98.
It's high, but that's the thing. This is not a criminal.
You don't lose cases.
It's not a criminal scope thing. It's just for information, and information that we're not going to be privy to because it's private. So what's going to happen Friday? They're going to vote basically yes or no, depending on what the FBI found. So
all I want to say is, Little Kim went to jail for 1 year and a day for perjury. I kind of feel like if he was committing perjury during this whole deposition, that he should be convicted as well. Keep that same energy, just like I said before.
That's a fact. Little Kim did have to do a full year for not snitching.
It might not be a lie.
Not telling.
But if you lied under oath, that is called perjury. You have to do jail time for that. That is a federal offense. So I want some kind of justice served. That's all I'm saying.
But that brings me to why it's important to be active, because those 2 women that held that senator in the fucking elevator, they're gonna be heroes. Because there's a lot of people that walk around and say, oh, our vote doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we call them. It doesn't matter if we go talk to him. They found that man. That's their senator. They found him in there and pressed him. Like, that is power. Like that is what you... And anybody could do that.
Power numbers, too. And that was just 2 women.
You shouldn't just be running up on senators trying to beat them up. But...
Why not?
I mean, because...
Listen, man. We the people, man.
We the people.
But
it is
13th Amendment.
It is what it is, bro.
But this is what we should be doing for our causes. Like, we should be running up on them and be like, yo, this is not right. So if you feel like he perjures himself and he should be, then everybody needs to get together when this investigation comes and this should need to be public. We need to know exactly what he was talking about, who said what, and we need to know. Because what they're gonna do is, which I believe, they're gonna vote him in anyway. Like, let's keep it a buck. They're gonna vote him in anyway. You know what I mean? Like,
well, not if he's convicted.
That's what I'm
there's
hoping.
no conviction gonna happen because it's not a criminal. It's not criminal. He can't be convicted.
But wasn't he under oath?
They still gonna question him
about
the perjury. People still want to know.
Yeah. Was he still under oath when he did the deposition, though, right?
No, but that would be a separate case. Like, you would have to bring a separate perjury case.
It don't matter.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like,
him having all that dirt.
Yeah.
He not gonna be able to pass through having open cases going. You can't get no regular job when you got open cases going for the most part.
Bro, the Trump administration.
Yeah,
Don't forget that.